Youth and students today are not connected to their adult community in ways that previous generations were. They spend far more time with their technology realities and less time in face-to-face situations. So they have diminished skills in the social sphere, but that's okay. That just means that it's up for us in the adult world to make sure that we're recognizing this and making those opportunities available to them.
It was actually a very happy accident that we were able to have the NIDES Enter students here at the Gallery for Media Art Social Change. Back in January, I'd sent a general call out to all the instructors at School District 71, inviting school teachers who are working on any art projects to exhibit them at the George Sachak Gallery. And Roger responded saying that his students were working on some kind of robotics project and would that be of interest. And of course, I find robotics of any kind, sort of mech and tech, that kind of stuff is really exciting. It's an internet kind of world, there's social media everywhere. And so, of course, I responded and said, yeah, that would be really exciting.
I think it was an amazing project. It had the two parts to it, the Looming Pollution Catastrophe, where the students watched the story of stuff and then did the reverse engineering to create their art project and created the audio file to go with it to sort of interpret their feelings around this looming pollution catastrophe. And then there was the technology, the shift happens side, looking at basically what I've been talking about, this shift that's happening in not just education, but our world, really, and how they are the shift. They're in the middle of it, and we are. I think sometimes we forget we are in the middle of it too.
The theme was the looming pollution catastrophe and how we're polluting the world and it's creating a big problem, and our generation is now responsible for cleaning it up. And I was working on an art project made out of a phone and an answering machine, and my piece kind of symbolized the future, and there was like wires that represented fire and chaos basically from the future, and there's a face and then a phone symbolizing someone calling for help from a different country or something.
I took apart part of a photocopier with a group, with the old photocopiers that they have in the schools. Joe and I, Joe M, I think, I'm not too good with last names, but we took apart the coffee machine, right there, the filter. Tanya actually took the one that was from the coffee machine home because she had the same coffee machine. It's a very good example of perceived obsolescence. When my dad took it into work, and they've only had it for about a week or so, and then it broke. It just broke, stopped working.
Well, me and Aaron, we took apart a printer, and we found tons of cool gears and metals inside, and springs and all that.
I took apart a VCR. I found a big motherboard and lots of wires.
We designed the mural, the mountain ranges, to tell people that this is where all your materials are coming from, and if the mountains are all we have. So if we take stuff from the mountains, then we're not going to have very much left. It's our problem to deal with, because this is our generation, so we're going to be growing up in this world, and if we're living in this world, then we're going to have to fix it, and that's not going to be fun.
I think that all the waste will go into the ocean, and all the water in the ocean will not be able to be drinkable.
The message of the Sand Scribbles was, we are the shift. We use robots and more electronics in our life now with our schooling and everything like that. And well, with our class, we don't even use notebooks or that stuff. We used a smartboard projector to draw the marker in the Sand Scribbles. And we use the robots to draw them for us.
We used block letters in the project because when you're using a robot and you're programming a robot, it's really hard to go and make curves because the coding is weird.
The message behind Sand Scribbles was that we're drawing a line in the sand and saying that it needs to stop and we need to make a change. We need to make a shift.
We had to design the robots that we used to fit the pen so we could have downward pressure on the pen so it would draw in the sand while we weren't holding it. And it's an LED pen attached to this projector, so it sees the LED light and basically just draws what it sees.
Media can mean many things. It can be, when you talk about art and you talk about media, it can be drawing and painting, it could be sculpture, it could be photography. But in this particular project, we were really interested in computer technology, social media, in video, and new technologies. And so the fact that Roger's class was working with robotics, projectors, and all sorts of machinery that's kind of odd and fun, looking at these themes, it just seemed like a perfect fit.